Hello, everybody. Welcome back, me. Welcome back, you. Because I was away on a cruise, it was a whole lot of fun. Got to spend a lot of time with family and also just get away from the world. It was one of those times that I really was away. That's what happens when you're on a cruise ship, right? You're just eating and playing and really not doing anything else. But I hope you had a wonderful time while I was away. And now, when I think about why Schwarz, I had one question in mind, and nobody seemed to be able to answer it for me. That was, where the heck are these autograph rares? Where's the info on it? It's something that should actually be on the forefront, something that why Schwarz should be pretty much advertising. But the weird part is how they basically snuck this in with little information. It is very, very strange because most people, like other card games, say, oh, check out this rare card that's going to be included that you may want to buy a bunch of product and open. It's very strange overall. So when I came back, I took a look at the page for Laid Back Camp and there was no information there. When I took a look at Re Zero, which comes out on November 22nd, I did not see any information out there and I wrote it on X. But finally, this is coming out November 8th, Laid Back Camp. Boost your buys, and we have some information showing on the product page. It says AGR autograph wear, which is extremely rarely enclosed in this product, plays the role of Nadeshiko. It is signed by Yumiri Hanamori. So that's really cool. And by the way, which it doesn't actually say on here, there is a serial number on it. So let me just show you. I saw this on Discord. There we go. You can find it right here. This is posted by someone that has been on the channel. Zertek. I probably say your name wrong, but I've seen you in comments and on live. So there you go. This is what we have right here. Here's your serial. Let me zoom in. There you go. You have a serial number up on there, which is taken out. And down below, you could see this fancy signature. And you can see right here, this picture is a bunch of foil all over there. You can see that texturing right there. Pretty nice overall. I will say nice, because some people I know probably were underwhelmed by this. They're not all that great, but I think it's really cool just to actually finally have a hand sign, whoa, hand sign signature, serial number. They went all out on this one. You don't really need a serial number, I think. But I guess if you want to sell rarity, that's one way to do it. Then you have these foil symbols on here for the show, for the different characters, right? We got a sleeping bag, we got a lantern. Pretty cool. Okay, so let me just go back here one more time. Why this is important is just because Laid Back Camp is one of those shows that people like, that there's going to be some interest in that card, right? It's going to be really cool to see what people do to that. But this is the gateway to what we're going to see to Re Zero Volume number 3, because as I showed you here before, you're going to get that in REM version. Now, the way I knew that the AGR existed, because at some point I didn't even think it actually existed, but I took a look at the card list. You take here, you'll see at the very end there is only one. If you didn't get that from the product page right here where it said one autograph rare, but you can always see it on the card list. It is at the very, very, very end. So there you go. That's what this card looks like, just the zoomed in right there. So this is exactly what you're going to see. It's just interesting to me that you can actually use it to play. I think that one's neat. I wonder if someone actually would do it. Just kind of crazy if you would. By the way, if you don't remember, there was a trial deck for this show, which came out on June 28th, 2024. I didn't know what to call it right there. Yes, it is a show. It came out early. That's one of those things that they've trying to do where they put out some kind of product while the season just recently ended. So the trial deck version right here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with all this, because there's introductions of new rarities as well. We have an SEC plus, we have a triple rare plus right there. I will say, Laid Back Camp has some freaking phenomenal art on. I just love these when I look at it. I'm one of the people that enjoyed the show a lot, and just taking a look at all these different images, really cool looking. My favorite right here is as I zoom in and it goes away, is Aoi with here by the cherry blossoms. I just think that that card looks so freaking beautiful. Let me copy that. I'm gonna make it bigger. How should I go about I'm gonna put it in paint. There we go. We could see some bigger images right there. Take a look at that. Yeah, it's so nice. So people, when they complain about just like screen grabs and all that, hopefully you enjoy this. And I say this over and over again. This reminds me of what happened with Bochi the Rock. So take a look at that. Look at that Nadeshiko taking that selfie. Such a cool looking card. I freaking love that. Freaking love that. So really cool card. Interesting to see the prices. So if you come out here on JP Mercari, of course, we have some cards already out here. Interesting enough, I always think back to myself when people come. I wouldn't say complain. How about just make mention of this whole fact of what do we call that? Yeah, street date. Yeah, street date. That's a thing, right? That is a thing. Anyways, here's Nadeshiko out here on JP Mercari. Looks phenomenal. There you go. Let me click on that pretty looking card. It's so much fun. Captures her fun, youthfulness, just enjoyment of life. That it's so nice. If you're wondering, the trial deck cards are out here, the SPs. These were fun, right? Yes, here's a BGS 10 pristine. There you go. So you can go out there and buy it on Mercari, and if that wasn't good enough for you, you also have Nadeshiko. So you can have the pair, which come from the trial deck. And if you're thinking what I'm thinking is, just think about the price that they're currently sitting at, because BG is 10. Where'd it go? I'm trying to stall here. BG is 10, 303.60, and then we also have Nadeshiko over here for 289. Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna click on that one more time. So here you go. Beautiful cards, definitely worth looking at. I'm gonna go back here to the booster pack one more time. SPs, what I've been hearing on about Rarity, what I saw on Discord anyways, was one SSP and two SP, but then, right, what about the triple rare plus? What about the SEC plus? Who freaking knows, right? You'll just get it as you get it. Sometimes it's just better not to know. I know people really want to know, but let's just go with 3 hits with potentially a fourth. Maybe that's how it works. I don't really know. I'm at the point where I just really just want to enjoy the case for what it actually is, but always nice to know what's actually going to happen in here. And who knows what happens with the AGR? Does it take a slot? How many of them are there? I don't know, because they only write this one freaking line up on here on the page. So gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see what the pricing comes out for the AGR. What are your thoughts? What do you think is right here? Let me go back. What do you think that's worth to you? Serial number, hand signature. Remember when I told you about the whole what was it, SAO on Union Arena, voiding out the English version, which has no hand signature on there, all has no signature whatsoever. It's not even just a hand signature, like not even a stamped one as well. But overall, the set looks really cool. I like it. I know some people may not like the backgrounds, but it does match what I think about the show. It reminds me of some scarves that they may have potentially wore, or just the overall theme of the show. So there you go, really cool. I can't wait to see. I mean, some people. I will say, when I think about this set, outside of any sort of meta or anything like that, I think there's not going to be as huge of an interest as when it comes to ReZero. I mean, we all know that. I don't have to tell you that. But just think about all the different times you've heard people talk about laid back cam. I feel like it's smaller than what people think. It reminds me, I don't want to say of JoJo, but just that kind of feel where there's a love for the show, but it's not as big as I think it is. By the way, if you want to look at some meta, you could go out here to SBTCG on Twitch. Yes, this is where you actually go to find them. So normally they do I guess card reviews on the Thursday night our time for the release. I keep thinking because, right, Japan is different. There's different time zones. But anyways, you go out here, make sure to follow them. I put this card up here just for, I don't know, maybe because they enjoy it. Kula enjoys this. So I'm gonna put this screen right there for you. It's a beautiful card, I will say. And I actually was randomly going through this video. I was just clicking it just to find a really good one. And then I happened upon Saikano. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm gonna leave it there. It's pretty. Oh, look at that! Bam! Look at that. See, as I randomly go through there, that's the look of enjoyment right there. By the way, if you're wondering about Yuru Cam, what happened on the TD side, you can just take a look at this. You can take a look at the prices on here for a UUT and wonder to yourself, is it worth getting a trial deck case? Now, I will say, do you think it's coming to English? Do you not? Kind of like my thought here, especially if they could get one of these AGRs, maybe they bring it over because it's something we're trying out, isn't it? Because at some point we all know this thing is coming. You think this isn't coming? Well, I guess you can always make that conjecture about this thing not coming over, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna come over because the whole AGR, people really love RAM, things really expensive. We'll see what happens with that. By the way, there was one last question which I wanted to find out and I see no answer to. That would be, are we getting a my signature on the English side? My Sakurajima, not knapsack kid. Though haven't seen that. Bushy Road, Weiss Schwarz. I don't think they'll ever answer me, but maybe one of you can bug them over and over again to see if they'll give that to us. But anyways, that is everything. Hopefully you all have a wonderful time. Good luck if you're opening this product. Normally I would do all the card pictures, but I don't know if people really want to see that. But this is all you need to see. Look at all those fun times going out there, camping in the world with your family and your friends. So make sure to, I love this one right here. Look at Rin. Yeah, I got that fist out there. It's time to go. Let's have some fun, everybody. Anyways, as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.